Our frank interview tonight is with DJ Sbu. Always a pleasure talking to you. Welcome to Newsroom Africa.
Thank you, sir.
I suppose this is your first visit.
It's my first visit, and congratulations.
No, thank
with
you.
everything, it's beautiful.
Thank you so much, man. I was fascinated by what you did over the weekend. And I thought you must come and talk to me.
Yes, sir.
Because one of the things that where we fail each other is to promote each other. Particularly as black people, black entrepreneurs, black professionals, we are terrible at it. And I think we need a national conversation about how we're going to solve it. Because, yes, what you have done is fantastic. I don't know how many retweets you had to do, how many people actually took up your offer to say, if you want to sell something, send it to me, and you retweet a couple of people. But that becomes a drop in the ocean in terms of how many other things we could be doing to support each other in whatever industry. And I wanted us to start the conversation there. I want to talk about many other things. Welcome and well done on that initiative.
Thank you.
I think many of us should be doing that, to use our followership, our influence, to just promote another person, where in fact we don't stand to gain anything immediately.
Number one, thank you very much for calling me through. I just want to congratulate Newsroom Africa. We needed something like this. We needed a platform and a voice like this that's neutral, that gives everybody an opportunity to come and speak to the continent. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a social entrepreneur. I'm very passionate about the youth of South Africa. It's not something new, something that I've been doing for quite some time. It just so happened that this weekend it trended.
Yeah.
Trending means that then everybody who happens to be on Twitter at the time is talking about it. So everybody plugged into it. It's just a hashtag. Hashtag DJ Sbu with your business and your details, promoting your business. And then I just retweeted and exposed it to my community. And that's what I used to do on the radio. That's what I do with my career. Wherever I am, I always want people around me that can learn or that I'm helping out in some way, shape, or form. Yeah.
Man, I must tell you, it's amazing. Why do you think, though, right, that because the fact that it's trending, right, it shows that it is out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
It's not something that, it happens often that people would have said, but what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Why is it, in your understanding, after you've taken people through entrepreneurship training, you have been exposed to many dialogues, you've done various dialogues, in the past also, where we talk to young people about, what kind of challenges they are facing. Why is it that there seems to be a deepening PhD syndrome, we used to call it?
Yeah.
Where we just are not in each other's corner.
In each other's corner. And even us. When I say us, I'm talking about us, popular faces in the country.
Yeah.
Faces that people would refer to as celebrities.
Sure.
Which is a name I always say, thank you for admiring my work, but I'm not a celebrity.
Yeah.
I just so happen to...
I despise it too, yeah.
I just love what I do, and I happen to be popular. Who just happened to do his thing, and I ended up having to be on television. But I just think it goes all the way back to what was done to us.
Sure.
Yes, somebody can say, but we've been free for 24 years. But have we really been free? Because you need the first 1,000 hours of a child's life to brainwash them, right?
Sure.
And once you brainwash them, that's pretty much how they're going to grow up. And brainwashing means the type of education we got when we were kids, you and I. That was Bantu education. Because I don't assume you went to the suburbs.
No.
I think our kids are going to the suburbs now because of us.
Yeah.
It does get controversial, because some people say, I open the Bible, I see a white Jesus. And automatically that thing is planted at the back of my mind. Subconsciously, when I see a white person, even now, as a 40-year-old, I just turned 40, by the way, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, so congratulations.
Thank you. My life begins, where I'm like, in a way, it's just that thing. How about like Rona, there's that thing at the back of the mind. And then imagine people who are not exposed to the corporate environment, who are not exposed to traveling, who are just kokas, and those are the majority of our people. That's where what people call self-hate is in us. Now, self-hate is one, we hate ourselves to love others. And it shouldn't be like that. We should love ourselves first. In everything we do, we hate ourselves. we would rather jump on other people's things first than we can jump into something here at home. When Shoma Josie wins an award overseas, I'm gonna post her for the first time ever.
Sure.
And talk about how great she is. She's representing our culture.
All along you ignored her.
I've never posted her, do you understand? But because Americans are saying, you know, and
this
we
is
always,
one of your best.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we always want a space at the table, or we always want another race to acknowledge us. So that's where it starts. And a lot of the times the things we come up with as entrepreneurs that are local, then we deem them as inferior. We'd rather look at other things from other countries or from other races as, geez, these are great. But that's from JJ. I doubt it.
I truly think we're in trouble, really. If the analysis is anything to go by, you know, and we're talking this week about the State of the Nation address. One of the things that the president said is to acknowledge that our kids can't read for meaning. In other words, they read at 10. He says at 10 they must be able to read. They should be able to do that at 5, right? And it brings you to an issue that says, then there's something we need to do about our education system, because clearly this is a culture that's embedded, and it looks like we're not shaking it off fast enough.
You see, what I just said now was the beginning of it all. It starts from us being brainwashed from when we were kids, that colonial mindset. Now, as we grow, and the system, I mean, I was listening to Floyd Shibamba about 2 weeks ago. Yeah. He mentioned something along the lines of there's still about 3,000 policies or laws that still haven't been changed from the previous apartheid government. 3,000. Now that says to you, we are literally living under a racist government, meaning racist is not when somebody comes and says you're a kafir, right? Racism is when a system has been designed,
it's institutionalized
to oppress you. So whatever you can do, the system just does not allow you, but somebody else can come with a different argument and say, yeah, but you're free now. But am I really free when Floyd Shibanga, who's in parliament, who's a politician, who's in one of the opposition parties, says that there's over 3,000 policies that still have not been changed? And it's something I've been screaming for quite some time. I mean, we write these books on entrepreneurship. We like Ariketeteng. This book literally speaks about selling. I've literally simplified it. I've looked at business and entrepreneurship, and I've singled out the one most important aspect of it. And I was like, this is what I can take from this whole thing. This is what I can go teach people, because this is the most important part of entrepreneurship, the selling part. And this is the part that our people do so well, but they're not aware that's actually entrepreneurship. Actually, for you to start a business, you start by selling in the streets. You don't have to sell in the streets, but you're selling something. For you to be employed here, they're making money off the advertisers from the clients. When we go to an ad break, that's how you guys make money. So you can get paid, and everything can get paid here. That's how you guys get your bottom line, but you're selling. You're selling media, selling something, you're selling a service. So I always say to people, why do we look down upon people that are selling in the streets? Meanwhile, where we work, we are working for the people that are selling. So your boss is selling, but you're looking down upon me selling in the streets. Like, I would go in the streets.
But they're using me to sell.
It's the same and it's glamorous in a suit. Yes. And because I'm not selling one can of more fire, I'm selling 1 million cans of more fire on one
more fire. I'm surprised you didn't bring more fire.
I brought a book. I brought a book. You know what I was thinking? I was like, JJ is at Newsroom Africa. I've been watching it on television, by the way. This is beautiful, clean. It's by black people. I'm like, let me respect it. You know, this is ours.
Thank you. Don't get me fired.
But at the same time, I'm not trying to get you fired. Let me come and give you a book. This is
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. The art of hustling. Now, I want to talk about that, the art of hustling. You must go and get it out there. Where is it? Is it that exclusive?
CNA, exclusive books.
All the good books, as they say, all the books.
All the good books.
All the good book places. You can get it, the art of hustling. Let's talk about the art of hustling, right? And I want to talk about it in the context of the trouble that we are in, DJ Sbu, right? We're talking about 35%, no, 55% of people living in poverty. Unemployed. 55% of people are unemployed.
We're talking about the SABC retrenching people. We're talking about Standard Bank retrenching people. We're talking about just
multi-choice repelling 2,000 people.
Imagine.
The reason that apparently you are not going to the walk-in centers frequently enough.
Whatever reason it is, we all know that it's robots.
You just phone and they tell you, press 1, press 2. Don't bring you, don't come here.
It's robots. right? That's where we are. And that's what's going to happen in ShopRite, that's what's going to happen. In Pick n Pay, that's what's going to, because you go to London, you walk into a big store like a Pick n Pay or whatever, there are no people. Why? It's machines that are helping you. People take things for themselves and go pay at the till, which means...
Including petrol.
Yeah, and this is everywhere, including bricklayers, people that are, there's machines now doing all of that. So what I'm trying to say is, from back in the day, many years ago, about entrepreneurship, is now no longer becoming an option. It's becoming now the only option that we have, especially as black people.
Yeah.
I believe every black family right now, they need to go somehow and teach their family members, or we need a black business in every black family.
Sure.
That's where we are. It doesn't have to be a big business and fancy like these huge type of businesses.
Yeah.
It can be selling clothes, it can be a side hustle selling food, it can be a restaurant, it can be a B&B, it can be the outside room. But
it's a framework of saying we can no longer just wait to be employed by somebody.
And I've been preaching this.
Do something.
Thank you. We started in '94 when political parties were campaigning and everyone was like, free jobs, free this, free that.
Yeah.
And because it was so pumped up in our minds, still today, I still see those posters in my head.
Yeah.
Mandela, free this, free that. You remember those days? Yeah. And then we grew up with that type of mentality where it's a feeling of self-entitlement from the government. I gotta get everything for free. I heard the president talking about the electricity issue. Yeah. And people in the room that I was in, well, my team, they were like, yo, 18 billion
rand.
I'm like, but I'm paying electricity. But I'm like, but no, and in you've got issues like that where how do we pay when we're not working?
Comment, what's happening on social media there?
Well, JJ, DJ Sbu seems to be inspiring our viewers as well as you. So it's Trevor here from Lakeside saying that he's an inspiration and he'll keep up the good work. Also, similar messages this evening on Twitter saying that he's inspired them to do many things. Tabo here on WhatsApp saying, Sbu from Timbisa to Bertram's and now hustler entrepreneur for life. Question is his energy drink getting much support from big business and also from South Africans? Anonymous here saying what he's doing to empower other young people out there who have big dreams for becoming somewhere in life, but low financial circumstances like those who can't afford to go to school, etc. He's helping them, or he's just focusing on making money only for his business. We're here from the Val saying self-hate is when we keep quiet and turn a blind eye on Nyape victims that we give them as we're charting out that they're sleeping out in this cold. Our future generation is vanishing right in front of our eyes. Well, who is building the economy for this? And our last WhatsApp for now, JJ and Sbu Musa here saying that people like Sbu are more motivating him, Big Time Newsroom Africa. Please make my day by connecting me with him. I really want him to be my mentor. Please, a lot of messages as well on Twitter asking the same thing. So maybe he'll be kind enough and share his details afterwards. JJ, it's back to you.
Thank you so much, Carmen. Truly, truly fantastic comments coming out of the DJ Sbu. The whole art of hustling.
By the way, Carmen is really beautiful. I just met her in person for the first time.
Is that so?
I got starstruck here.
You've always seen her on the
television.
Screen.
So she wants.
Carmen, did you hear that compliment there?
And I just kept quiet. I kept a straight face, and I was like, "Hello." She's beautiful.
No.
Is she married?
No,
just asking.
Thank you for on her behalf.
Okay. I'm just asking. Is she married? I'm just asking.
No, she's not married.
Oh, okay. Just
she's
asking.
Not married.
That's okay.
But she's not available.
I didn't ask that. I'm kidding.
Listen, DJ Sbu. So the art of hustling. Now, look at it this way. There is a huge, if you like, national consensus that our economic woes are not going to be solved by employment alone. They've got to be solved by initiative, by entrepreneurship. In fact, the government even started a small business ministry. We can always talk about whether it was effective or not, but there seems to have been an understanding that says you've got to push people or support them to do things for themselves in order to balance what you call the formal economy, right? So if you are in this side of the informal economy, what are the 2 or 3 big things that if somebody is listening, and I know that we can't have a quick course over this remaining half an hour or whatever, but I want you to just plant the seed about hustling, what should it entail?
Without having to sell my book, the one solution,
Yeah.
the first step you got to take, if you're one of the people that have just been retrenched,
Yeah.
or you're one of the people that are jobless right now, go guys, go buy this book, The Art of Hustling.
All right.
My book. That's the first thing I'm going to say. And it's not even about promoting sales. It's like, it's right now, it's becoming
The tips are in there. It's a manual of hustling.
And the tips come from somebody who's done it and who's doing it daily. Right now, I'm doing it. I do even today, and that's all I live. But the most important part about how a lot of people can get themselves out of the nonsense that they're in, of not being able to pay their bills, is by learning how to sell.